normal coaches and stuff, they've got like the list to like see, and no, theirs was just crossed out with like who they can.
Who's left?
Yeah, I remember I came back because I think I used one of your guys' PCs when my electricity broke or something like that. I went by for like 2 days, and I the list was still there, and it was just like crudely drawn X's on like hero faces. I was like, this is not high tier.
Yeah. There was
That's
like
pretty funny.
15 heroes left they hadn't picked or something. And they finally, game 5 of the grand finals, they had to repick something.
That was for a TI spot too.
No.
If I remember correctly, whoever won that was gonna like, I believe that's how it worked. It was some team that was like borderline. Man,
maybe
VP,
Secret were borderline then? I can't remember. I remember there was one Dota summit that Secret were at that they
that was
maybe
the
they
one.
won it or
That was the
maybe
one that
was
we were
one.
at Galaxy Battles,
Okay.
and then we lost 3-0 to Newbie.
Oh yeah, when
That
you
was
were
our
with
TI
DC.
invite.
Yeah.
That just.
Yep. So Jakiro, Lesh Core, that's something Serenity normally do, although they will first to it just because they can play it in multiple lanes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think these heroes, Team Serenity is very familiar with. Like, we've seen Raj on Earth Spirit multiple times, and he played really good. Jakiro was position 5 support that Chinese scene seems to love.
Somebody recently, I think even here, said they don't like the hero. Like, they feel like it's really weak. What are your thoughts, Fabi, on Jakiro, like, as a 5?
I've only seen Chinese scene do it. I don't really like it. I usually like saves on the position 5s or team fight. I think it needs to be either saves or team fight.
I see.
And Jakiro is neither.
His laning is okay, though.
Yeah,
He's
his laning is the only good part, I think. Same with Ogre, Jakiro, you know.
Yeah, but Ogre gives you Bloodlust.
Yeah,
Bloodlust
it does.
feels great.
Ice Path is one of those spells which it's like the 5-position version of Fissure almost, where it's like this super long range,
Yeah.
pretty good disable.
Except
use
it's
from
not
fog.
instant.
Yeah, it's not instant. Yeah, that's a little bit of a downside. It's more follow-up, but that's true. Fissure's like that. You can initiate people from fog. Lifestealer?
Oh, they pick Lifesteal into Rasta. Rasta is really good against Lifestealer.
I think at Birmingham, a lot of pros, I saw something like where they did a thing where they were talking about like the carries, and they were saying like, it was when Sven was like ultra broke. Like, the hero's like incredible, and somebody was saying that Lifesteal is one of the good counters to Sven. Like, it's one of the few heroes that matches up okay, because you get Radiance, which makes you have to pop BKB early and stuff like that, and then on top of that you have the evasion talent at 20. So they were saying like the matchup is actually somewhat okay.
That evasion talent for Lifestealer makes so many of what would be bad matchups for him so
Yeah.
much better.
I just really love the Rasta versus Lifestealer matchup. That is true, though. That is true.
What are they going to get? Centaur for Boxy?
I actually think that's a pretty rough lane. But like, it's great in game, right? You get open wounds and then you just pop Stampede and run.
Yeah, I mean, isn't the lineup really bad?
For Centaur, you think?
Yeah. Do you not
Actually,
just
it's
get
probably not that bad with return.
I think with Return or
Okay.
Retaliate and then like a 4-position Shaman, the right clicks, like at least what we saw during the qualifiers, a lot of these Centaurs, you can go, like, if you can get the early stacks from the tier 1 mid and go to lane with Retaliate stacks, you just hit too hard for Lifesteal.
Sure, and you can just out CS them as well.
Like level 1, level 2, Centaurs seem to do better than Lifestealer because of the Retaliate.
Yep, the Rasta factor is pretty big, too, I think. The
Yeah.
Rasta's base damage is insanely high. And also, I think Boxy is like a center specialist. I've seen him play center a lot, so I'm sure like he knows the matchup.
If anything, it's a lane where I feel like Serenity may need to like tri-lane it just to give Lifestealer like a better lane.
It's hard though,
We'll
like,
see.
because whatever they decide to offlane is going to be against Grim Sven.
Yeah.
That's a rough lane. I always forget about how OP Retaliate is. Like,
Yeah,
my
it's
old
crazy.
matchup knowledge for like, oh, Lifesteal is great against all strength and stuff like that. And then, no, Retaliate just, boop, 200.
It's pretty funny because in the qualifiers we played against few centers too, and centers what they like to do when before the crease mid they would like to get hit by the tower to get the retaliate damage up.
Yeah.
So like we would try to find out, we would try to guess like which lane the center would go to. Sometimes it
Yeah.
would be mid, sometimes it would be off lane, so it would be pretty funny. 4-man smoking to mid, hoping that center comes.
We saw that in the CS in Europe a lot too. There was
Oh,
like
yeah?
1 or 2 centers actually died getting their retaliate
Yeah,
stacks.
it's like
Dude, people are
playing
getting
guess
real
the
high
which
tier
lane.
about that.
Yeah.
I saw. I think it was one of the games that you guys casted. Somebody like people started like 4-man smoking, and they would go all the way around, hide, and then wait for the centaur to pop up, and then try
Yeah.
the 4-man game.
Yeah, it was Kezu on center on game. He
Kezu
gave first
center?
blood.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw that. And he ran though like weird ways.
Yeah.
He did. I remember. Yeah,
I
he,
remember that.
instead of running back up
Yeah,
the lane, he went.
top.
Yeah, he went towards Roche
yeah.
on the high ground. Yeah.
It's pretty. It's a pretty fun game. Like,
Yeah.
try to guess which lane the center comes.
In CIS, every game center was just first pick. It was like the OP hero of the region.
I mean, the hero was just genuinely. I think at that time too, it was just broke.
Did he get nerfed after quals?
Um,
I feel
yeah,
like
I'll check.
he would have been one of the heroes to
Let's
get nerfed.
see.
But I don't remember.
Centaur Warrunner, right?
Oh, Alliance. What is this hero they last pick? I've never seen them play that one before.
Which one? Wind Ranger?
No, Alliance. Their last pick. Storm Spirit?
Wait, I can't know. I don't know if you're joking or not. We've seen Alliance Storm so many times.
He's having a banter.
Oh, okay.
Wait, how do I
I don't know if you guys are serious.
how do I check?
You're like, who's this idiot? Has he watched any Dota over the last 2 weeks?
Is it history?
If you go, I don't know what
I'm on
website you're
Dota 2 Gamepedia. Okay.
If you
so
scroll the tabs, there should be a change logs tab.
Well, I wrote in my little book. I've got the patch log. Yeah.
do you?
No,
Okay.
it's- oh, you put it
Damn,
fine
Owen's
form.
book. You got so much.
Centaur's stun went from 13 seconds to 22, 19, 16, 13.
Wow.
That's it.
So quite a
Oh,
quite
the
an nerf
level-
at the early
yeah.
early levels. Yeah.
Because a lot of centaurs you get, 1 point in stun and max retaliate.
Still, like it doesn't. I think what really makes the hero obnoxious is the retaliate.
Yeah,
That's literally
sure.
it.
And
It's
that's
just the hoof
It
stomp.
was just the hoof stomp. Everything else stayed the same.
Huh.
Yeah. So it's pretty good.
I mean, it's annoying, but it doesn't like change the hero. I feel like fundamentally like what he does, like wins
No.
lanes.
Yeah, he still wins his lane.
Yeah.
He maybe you have slightly less kill potential, or at least like more downtime between going for those kills.
Yeah,
Wow.
we still see Centaur picked like first phase, especially from Alliance. Their Dark Willow, Centaur opening. So I think Centaur is still pretty good.
Okay.
Who do you think's the best Storm Spirit player right now?
In the world,
Yeah.
I still think it's probably Sumail because
Yeah.
I think he understands like the hero and the 3-item timing the best. As a close second, I think probably mid one is really sick on it too. Because I think they have the best understanding of the hero right now. I think especially mid one has a very good understanding of how the hero works right now. The last 2 times I saw him played, because the hero used to just be like you would hit that 3-item timing, you go like Treads, Blossom, Orchid into like BKB, and then you're just like you feel really really good. You feel like the best hero on the map. But like nowadays the hero is completely changed. Actually, maybe sick too. Maybe it might be better than mid one. Because you're just supposed to fight with the hero now.
Yep.
You get like Wand, Kaya, and then you can just chase people down. Quakefa's a very good Storm too, though. I think Storm works best when you have like a really good position one though that you know will carry you, and you can go in safely with knowing like, okay, if I die, the game just doesn't end right there.
Yep. Storm's Fan is a classic ever since like TI5 or is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Storm's Fan is really good together.
Because Sven will just go in for you as well. Like you
Mhm.
guys will back each other up.
They work really well together. Like
These balloons are fantastic.
Dude, that music that gets played, I really like it.
the Earth Spirit one.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah.
It makes me happy, I think.
Feels like you're in Hawaii.
Also, this may be a dumb question, but do you guys know if you can get sick twice in a row?
What?
Yes.
Like-
yes.
Damn it, Mason.
What's wrong with you, Bex?
Dude, I'm pretty sure I'm sick.
Cause of Mason.
But it's like good because it's
Mason.
the end. But like I was just sick for the hub, and I got over it, and I feel like I'm sick again, and I didn't know if that was possible or not. I'm pretty sure you can't.
If it's
Yeah,
like a
we can. It's
different
like a
kind of
different
sick, if it's
strain.
a-
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like I feel like I have the cold again.
Yeah, but it can be a different cold, isn't it? It's
I've had like lingering colds, and it'd kind of be a roller coaster where I think I'm getting better, but then it's actually I'm getting worse one day.
I mean, the hub was like what 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
I think
2
I
weeks
should
ago.
be okay.
We'll blame Mason anyway.
yeah, Mason.
I mean, he did nug it up for me, honestly. He took that one for the team.
So let's have a look. Anyway, who do you guys think is going to win? Which draft did you like the best?
I definitely favor Alliance's draft. I feel like their cores just look a lot more well-rounded. Like, Lifestealer doesn't feel like he's like Lifestealer Wind Ranger just doesn't look anywhere near as scary to me. This Centaur Shaman lane is very scary as well.
Yeah, I think it's kind of hard to look at Alliance getting a 5th pick Storm and thinking, oh, it's not going to be good. You know, if they're getting a 5th pick Storm, it's going to be a good game for Quagfa.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that there's not many situations where they 5th pick a Storm and it's a bad game for them.
I think once their 2 cores get BKB, even like Centaur gets BKB, this game is just done.
But there is something to be said. You know, Serenity left that Storm in there almost certainly expecting it to be picked. So they wanted this Storm to come out. ZYD maybe just thinking he can outplay this mid lane, or, you know, between Earth Spirit, Wind Ranger, Jakiro less, they feel like they have enough lockdown for a Storm.
Yeah, I favor the Alliance draft more. I think the Earth Spirit has a lot of place to rotate to though. This Storm can die very easily. He's level 2, right? Yeah, he's level 2.
But at the same time, I feel like a lot of these games I've seen Quagfa maybe get ganked once or twice in lane. It doesn't really change his game because he dies.
Yeah, that's Storm for you. Even if you die in lane, just go jungle.
Yep.
Do you guys think they should change the way that creep pulling works? Or, you know, like dragging the wave as a 4/3?
Well, that's alright at the moment, isn't it?
What do you mean by dragon? Like
When I saw
behind
the
towers and
when I
stuff?
saw
Yeah.
the NA cores, it looked like way too ridiculous. Were you casting the NA cores?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked. I think they were doing it too much.
These timber saws and stuff, like playing behind tier 2s and stuff. It was the snaking clip was great.
Yeah, I
The
saw
snaking
that.
thing was funny. But it's like, it's just getting, I don't know. I think it makes the game so weird.
I guess like then like the hero matchups would matter a lot more.
Yeah. I mean, that's why they got rid of the first wave thing in the first place, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was to get rid of that, and then it changed literally nothing. Oh, mid. Oh, he's dead.
Yep. I guess bait out the win run and then Shaman goes in.
That's so good for Storm. Look at how much CS he has, Parker.
Yeah, he's crushing it. And I guess they didn't realize how missing that Shaman was. So as soon as Shaman shows mid, they're instantly going aggressive down here. But Centaur's, you know, 12 CS.
He was
doing
gone
just
for
fine.
a while, though.
Yeah.
The way he left the lane though, I think it's cause they pulled and Centaur Rasta wouldn't be missing any CS like you see bottom. No, they're not gonna miss any CS.
He doesn't have double Nullitas when queued, right? All Storm, just one.
Just one, yeah.
Oh, he doesn't even have one. He
I was going
just
to
has a
say,
Kaya.
surely he's going to still buy at least 1 or 2 because he's got the components.
I don't know how good 2 feels anymore. You have to sell it so fast.
Well, I mean, we'll see. He's going to have to clean up his inventory somehow. I mean, those circlets and mantles.
Maybe enough for the nerfs have gone by onto all those stat items with how much they cost that people are just less inclined to buy as many.
No, I thought the Rasta would lane more, but looking at the CS charts, Centaur is doing pretty well on its own.
He's
Rasta's
beating
got
the Lifestealer.
Arcane Boots money too as well.
This early game is really looking good for Alliance.
Oh, got the shackles.
This
And
is not gonna be a kill, but
Okay.
How annoying is that, having your TP? He actually got it cancelled. I think if Foxy
Oh.
communicated that,
Oh yeah, they could have probably.
yeah, they probably could have just all in
Yeah.
committed.
but Storm wasn't 6, I think.
Yeah. Oh. Tiger gets caught out of the rune. Yeah, I don't know. The Storm wasn't quite close enough to get in range for the remnant damage, but
But it's like, even if you can't kill, it's always good to like pressure the guy, so it's pretty good.
okay. With Insania's help, we'll get the kill.
Roger not quite able to come over and help out in time.
Yeah,
Look
this
at
is
this.
looking trouble for Serenity.
Oh my
Centaur,
lord.
Boxy, 1v2. The Centaur specialist.
If you ask, I asked Mason like who he thinks the standout player is on Alliance, and he's like, they're all good. They all do their job. So he's like, Boxy's probably the one that overperforms the most. Like in sense of like he just gets kills like that, or he
Okay.
just comes out like unbelievably farmed.
I thought that was like the day before that he was saying how good their supports are, though. That was the story I heard from him one
Yeah,
day.
I mean,
heard
Mason
that.
doesn't. Mason says some wild stuff, but he
Yeah.
definitely told me that Boxy literally yesterday.
Okay. Okay, I think it was day one. Mason
Maybe it
was
changes
just quick
every
to
day.
change his story, yeah. I was like, day one he was telling me how Alliance's supports are like
Dude,
god
Mason's
tier.
so funny.
Yeah.
He tells me he has a really short-term memory.
Yep.
I was like, I can see that.
BYW
Yeah.
getting a little greedy there, trying to farm some neutrals where Alliance, they've got 3 heroes around and not really at a surprise to him. He saw both supports and knew the mid was in the lane.
There's Rastas everywhere. He's making so much plays for Alliance.
I don't even think his death mattered that much because it led to the kill at top in the first place.
It's whatever. Like when position 4 dies outside of the lanes like that.
I see. That's what Febby said when I saw his pub. He was level 2 Earthshaker at like 8 minutes.
You're
He's like-
supposed to be level 2.
He's like, this is normal.
Because I'm giving levers to the off lane, so it's pretty good.
Dude, you're like literally 0-1-0.
I have a lot of shit stacked, giving XP to the off lane.
That was your double down. Did you
Oh.
Oh, little slow there with the follow-up.
Is that a kill? If he gets
They
it?
had tower hits, right? He was in tower range, maybe?
And
I
he
guess
had
he didn't have.
retaliate.
He only had 2 retaliated stacks, so maybe they wouldn't have the right click.
It's always trouble, like when the Lesh is not able
Roxy.
to pressure in lane like that.
Actually ends up going down there, I believe, to a power
shot,
shot from
seems like.
ZYD. Yeah.
Ooh, wow, he sniped him. I guess maybe he was headed to the shrine or something, and just
Yeah.
very nice.
Oh, looks like Team Serenity knows about this.
And
DD
Koifa-
Windranger, DD Windranger.
Yeah,
Koif-
Koifa's been
he's
silent.
trying to make a
Oh.
play here. He's got to zip out.
I couldn't get the stuns on him, but he's out of mana.
Let me tell you guys, he's dead.
Yeah.
Let me tell you guys, he's not dead.
Stampede. Never forget the stampede. I
As soon
mean,
as you said, I was like, yeah, you're right. We shouldn't be hyping this up. And then, and then it's like, oh wait, there is Stampede. I believed you.
I mean, alright, Sand Stampede. He was donezo.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm down to be wrong. As BSJ says, you're either right or you're learning.
Man, Kyle learns a lot.
On a daily basis, dude. My guy's so filled with knowledge at this point. They don't even understand like the high tier.
I mean, it's, if you're having this, what's Fem free farming, I guess all 3 cores are, but very even. See who's able to sort of get the edge around this 10-minute bounty runes as they come up.
Yeah. It's looking pretty bad because Alliance, higher net worth, and both carry and mid, they're very good at clearing stacks, ancient stacks, and jungle camps. So, meanwhile, Serenity cores, they don't clear ancients or jungle really well.
Does feel like Serenity need to put a foot down on the gas soon and make some plays, make some moves.
Yeah, with the Leshrac Edict.
Yeah, go for some plays, get some kills, turn into towers with the Edict. But Alliance first.
Oh,
They got the Hex.
they should definitely have easily the control for that kill.
Yep. Elsewhere though, it was Sven. So the same play happening up top. It looks like maybe minus the smoke.
That was greedy. Like, if you know your team is making a play, I think you just run further into the jungle instead of trying to contest the
The
bounty.
Lifestealer or the Sven?
Either, honestly.
Either, yeah. I guess Lifestealer thinks he can always rage TP.
Yeah.
But the insta Hex, you have to be very quick with the rage.
They have a regen on Storm. Maybe they are gonna defend top for Alliance. If the
See,
top tower
so
is
there.
if the top tower HP is high enough.
Febby, what are they saying there?
Oh, we gotta use the scan. We have to use the scan. That's literally what
see.
I mean. Yeah.
It does sound like a scan, actually, yeah.
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant
Sven's sad cause where's my ancient stacks? That's what he's saying to his team right now.
He
I
had
think.
lots of other stacks though.
Yeah, he did.
As a support, do you think we're back in a very stack-heavy meta?
Yes, yes.
They've keep on buffing it, keep giving all this extra gold now.
Yeah, if is really good, like when you have stacks. It's like good for your gold and the XP because you can just take over the lane when Sven or Storm's jungling, right? So
Do you think when you're drafting, are you thinking about let's make sure we have at least one hero that can clear stacks as well?
yes, yes. We always wanna have like one core that can clear ancient stacks, I think. That's why like Bristleback is really good these days because he can just clear it at a very like earlier timing.
Not according to Mason.
I mean, I didn't want to say it, but
I still have
our
one.
team like picked Bristleback every time it was open, and we kept stacking ancients.
Dude, Mason.
I was
his whole
standing
spiel.
here while you guys were casting.
Yeah. I mean, he's not even an off-lane player, so.
It's actually dog shit to stack ancients for. Watch him die to this. He instantly clears it, no
there
problem.
was a little purple dragon once.
There was two purple dragons, right? He was that.
So
he
the
was
purples
all.
actually just counter you hard.
If there are purple stuff, then like you need your teammate to with the match.
And the
core
Bristol
damage.
did have arcane.
Yeah,
That's true.
yeah,
The
that's
Bristol-
true.
So, you know,
It was just funny as hell.
Backup, yeah.
Literally was criticizing it, and then like 3 seconds later, he's like, "I saw you laughing in the corner, David."
Fantastic.
Oh, quite
Okay.
fat. He's going to go in on PYW. He's actually going to end up getting silenced. Will
Gonna
be
be
able
his
to
turn
speed his way back out of there, but doesn't get the kill on the Lesh.
I think he might come back in for it. Though.
He's thinking
got
about
bottle
going in.
charges.
It's good force, good
Oh,
force.
no.
though.
Oh,
No,
Okay.
no, he was
He
actually
guessed.
just out.
Yeah. Okay. First lot of rotations and
Let me
Very
tell
far
you
and
guys, he's
thick.
fine.
I was waiting for your your read on this one.
He's
Will.
fine, guys. I checked Centaur all this time, Insta. That's dude. I told. I learned. If I'm wrong,
Centaur ulti just to save a support though doesn't feel quite as nice as the storm.
yeah. I mean, I guess it's a slow-paced game, so.
Yeah, is Stackville. But
dude,
see.
even with all these stacks, the life stealer's ahead.
He got. Did he get Midas a bit
Yeah,
faster
he
maybe?
got
Or-
Midas
I
by
guess they
11.
both did.
I think he only got Midas maybe like 30 seconds under a minute before him. It was pretty close.
They're gonna go for it again.
They have to start with the. Oh, they saw. Oh,
Now I'll do it. I do have a lot of disable and control on Alliance to make these sort of pick-off plays. See down bottom as well. Someone's going to be there onto Mickey. Nice ice path from XCJ. Will stop them from being able to
Yeah.
get on top of the Lesh.
That was pretty cool because Shaman was actually showing mid when they went for that lifestealer kill. So I think he sees Shaman mid and thinks he's safe.
this is a pretty scary timing for Alliance, I think, because of the Leshrac Atos and the Wind Ranger. They have a lot of damage for the next 5 minutes. If the Alliance just like doesn't draw blood, just farms off for the next 5 minutes, I think the time will come to their favor again. But they have to be careful. For the next
That's where
few
like
minutes.
that lifestealer death really hurts Serenity because it's like they want to be. Now is their kind of timing with this Atos. Maybe lifestealer keeps farming, but he shouldn't be dying.
Oh, this Wind Ranger is getting Midas again.
I was going to. We did see this. I think it was ZYD before, right? He
Yeah, it
he
was
is
the
a
same
fan of
guy.
this. I mean, Serenity as a whole, they do love to just slide in their Midases on sort of the more unconventional heroes,
Yeah.
the Embers, the Wind Rangers, and you know
I guess
it's
on
been
Wind
working out
Ranger-
for them.
On Wind Ranger, I guess it makes sense because you don't like.
I mean, does it? But
Does it? You don't really abuse the cap or anything like that, and
Well, Focus Fire doesn't give you the max attack speed anymore, right?
I think the idea is like he wants to run around looking for kills and he wants
Okay.
to like keep up with farm.
Yep.
Meanwhile,
you have a flash farm mechanic though, especially with Maelstrom.
Yeah.
Maelstrom puts like power shot away.
I'm
I
just trying to
understand.
sell it, you know. I'm like,
I
he's a
understand.
genius. Wind Ranger's got some pretty good talents you want to get to as well. you
Yeah.
know?
Very true.
Yeah, you
That
wanna-
is-
you
wow.
do wanna
That's-
get the
that's
top.
actually
Parker,
true
I
too.
respect that.
Yeah.
It's very smart.
and
Well,
it,
that level 20 talent.
That
20
level
and
10
25.
3 mana regen talent, you are correct. The faster you get that,
Yeah. That accelerates your farm as well.
all of these things are possible.
Yeah.
yeah, and it does work out for them. So you know, it's interesting to see Serenity prioritize something on heroes that other teams won't do. At the
I mean, realistically, they've probably just been playing too many NA Dota pubs.
moment. okay.
They're like, all these hoes get, they get Midas
I remember
every
our
game.
pub. Remember our
Every game.
pub? We had 5 Midases. Well, 5.
Midas is back. You know, Midas. Whew. Everyone wants a Midas.
Dude, I bet every region hates playing here.
What happened there? That's a pretty big throw from Serenity.
Yeah, they went in deep. And they got punished, and they didn't get anything for it. We'll get Tiger up on the top lane, but yeah, need down bottom. The
Well,
fact that
Tyler at the top tower, so he's happy with that.
they didn't quite kill the Sven. Mick is able to escape successfully.
Who are they going for? Were they going for the Sven?
I think so. He did get super low, but
Committed
they
hard
didn't
with
get him.
what, Lesh and Earth Spirit? And
Yeah, that
Yeah.
doesn't add up. The math doesn't add up.
Does it feel different, Parker, when you go back home to Australia and you play pubs and C?
I play Oz pubs, which are a special breed of pubs.
Oh, quite fat. He
Oh,
gets the
he
kill,
killed
but
him, sir.
he does get punished for that.
He killed himself with those illusions.
He's got to be careful playing around with this rod in the game. That's sort of set up for any to follow-ups
Senior
from
looks like he's in
Serenity.
trouble too.
He has got Boxy and Mickey by his side.
Oh,
As they will
double
move
stun.
in. The ice pass being thrown down to try and split them out. The two-man stun into the follow-up from Boxy. Locks them down. They've lost Insania. They should get kills in return from this. With that retaliate hits, Boxy's able to punch down the two of them. Is now going to get chased down by RJ and ZYD, and he has no escape. So it's Alliance's time this time to sort of fight a little too deep on the opponent's half of the map around that shrine, and Serenity are able to bring him back up and come out on top.
That should have been okay for Alliance, but the first thing that happened that went really bad was
Storm dying.
he died to his own illusion.
Yeah, killed himself.
Like, if he didn't have the illusion there, he just gets a kill, gets out, and then people started hard committing a little bit too much. Like, that Lesh is actually pretty tanky.
They could have just let Insania die, but I think once they saw him get the soulbind off, it's like, oh, he got this nice double stun.
You could see though that like Mickey did not want to hard commit for that at all.
Yeah, you could see like Boxy wanted him to come in. Yo, let's kill him, and Boxy's
like-
Mickey's like, nope, not going there.
They talk about on the couch how, you know, it's like they get bored of hating creeps. Sometimes they just want to fight, and that feels like one of those moments.
And interesting to see, you know, the build for Argit this game. It's going to be sort of more classic lifesteal, but the armlet into Deso. So why did this build, do you think, in Argit's mind favour this game better? Well, I'm going to see top. Grab's going to be there again. Rod into stun. They've got the
Shadow's
roll
there.
forward. Quakefa's got to be careful. He keeps playing into the rod.
Lived.
He gets rooted every single time.
That was so greedy. He should have just killed Earthspirit first.
Yeah.
They try to go for both. They get none, and they lose both of their lives. But yeah, there's the Argit Deso. It's in a game like this, it's going to be more nice because they do add disable and catch, and with the armlet Deso, you're going to kill anyone once you disable.
It gives them a building hitter and like objective taker, like Roshan Towers. I think is a big part of it because Wind Ranger doesn't really do that.
Desolator works really nice with Edict too, and they wanna like up the tempo, I think.
Plus, I think I don't think Red is as good when you're playing against like the Scent, Sven, Storm.
The
trees.
Yeah, because they were always sort of
Yeah.
away from you. They're in
Whereas,
and
like,
out. They're
if
not.
you get a burst,
Yeah.
you get a hero that can just like burst. Like Radiant feels really good when the fight is long and you know that your rage running around is like the strongest part of
Sure.
it.
And you're against what these more sort of immobile cores. Okay. Of the Stampede to get himself away from this one.
Alliance wants to fight.
They are trying to.
No rage.
They're coming in. It's a
Oh,
good
nice
two-man stun into the two-man silence. Backup is there, but not in time to save Serenities. They've lost 3 of them. Alliance this time will manage to find that clean fight they've been hunting for the last 5 minutes, getting 3 kills. Not losing anyone. Mickey actually going to find
Ran into
PYW up here on the top lane. He's got the backup of Tiger. Hex to follow up. Alliance, they'll be able to take a 4th kill. They're back on top and they're back in the game.
Will they get mid tower though? Mid tower is pretty important. Alright, they got it.
They got everything. The Alliance, they're
And 4
back
bounders?
on top. They're back on track.
Not 4 bounders. 3 bounders is it?
You're getting too high Febby.
Yeah, and like the game looked pretty like back and forth, but yeah, Alliance seemed to be doing pretty good.
Oh, and another regen rune there for Quakefa.
He's been getting really lucky with the last rune was the Kaya, and Kaya did a lot in that fight. Well, actually, it was over Boxy, I think. Right? Even if he had no mana, Boxy
Kaya?
won the fight. I mean, not Kaya, Arcane.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I was really confused.
The Kaya rune. I like it.
He almost has Bloodstone finished too.
Was that a double minus? Did Jakira have minus?
I would.
No,
Okay,
I was
heard-
going to say, if
life
he
steals,
had the
okay,
Midas.
I just heard 2 go off, and I was like, wait, well, who's got the
I
second?
heard it too. I was very
I was like,
confused.
I have nightmares about Midas.
I didn't see life steal there, so
What's
I
wrong
was
with
like,
Midas?
Huh?
Febby?
Me, Odi Pixel, and Gauze, we played pubs, and
When?
It was like a 1 hour long game. We had
We-
5 Midas.
We said we're going to buy 5 Midases after being inspired by all the games that
Who
we
was your
watched
other
here.
2 players?
BSJ.
We hit a random.
I
as
mean,
well.
I'm sure
We had a
BSJ
random.
was down.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
oh.
queued his form. We had a random guy, and it was a call. He was trying to like farm an ags. Just instantly
Yeah.
outdone. I was like, dude, we're buying Midases. You better as well.
Very
Otherwise,
nene,
we're
you
gonna
know.
4-man report you.
I bet he didn't even. I bet he didn't even question it.
No,
was
he
like,
was like, sure.
He's playing support
Yeah.
call and gets told to buy Midas. You know, he's happy.
He's had it queued up for like 4 minutes.
yeah.
We won, of course.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Midas,
60
Midas-
minutes
Easy
it
game,
came
easy
online.
you just got to buy the Midases.
What hero were you, Parker?
It's 5 position quap.
I see. 5 position. I'm sure you were like 4 slotted though.
By the end of the game, I was 6 slotted.
Yeah, that's what I
We
mean.
were all
It did go about 70 minutes. Yeah.
Somebody once told me in a pub game that Midas is technically the best item in Dota, because if you're ahead, you get further ahead, and if you're behind, it helps you catch up.
I mean, I think there's some logic there.
What?
You see pros.
I mean,
some
I
pros
could
will
argue
pick
it's
it up
the
in some
worst item in Dota
situations.
using the same logic.
How?
Well, how?
Tell me.
If you're ahead, it's wasted net worth that isn't being. It doesn't make it's making it more even.
It doesn't help you pressure the
Yeah,
enemy.
and if you're behind, it's still wasted net worth.
Because you can't come back to
Yeah,
fight.
yeah, you can't
don't-
fight to get back in.
I don't
yeah.
track your logic.
Look, too much NA blitz.
Dude,
But
I
yeah.
love NA pubs. I know, cause it's like like you always go where your home is, and I
True.
know I'll find some dudes in neutral camps.
That's definitely the classic NA. Just people jungling,
I'm good with it, man.
telling you not to fight because they're too low on health, and the reason they're low on health is because they're jungling or something.
I still changed the spirit to hybrid.
Did he? From
Yeah.
what? From Deso?
Oh. Okay.
Interesting.
I guess what Halberd is super nice against Storm and Sven.
I hate these cores that they change items after one fight. Like if they lose a fight, they'll think like, oh, I need BKB or oh, I need hybrid. It's
Well, you would have rather Arjit did just get the Deso. this
yes,
game.
just
Yeah.
do your thing. Like your job is to like click on them, hit them, not kite them.
Stick to your guns.
I'm just feeling a little scared after that last fight in Alliance there. I've got a good smoke wraparound. Jump in. Straight away on a ZYT. The Ice Path is out, but the Shaman Ward's trapping the 2 of them in.
It's on their try.
Nikkei's still going to work on the Wind Rangers. The Wind Run falls. They'll take him down. Arjit also surrounded by Alliance. 3 dead on Serenity. Quaifa still playing around with the rest of them. The
Oh,
Hex
he
is
read
out
him.
from Tiger onto PYW. PYW falls. It's a team wipe. Get that picture of Alliance up on the screens for the boys and girls at home as they suddenly, I mean, it's 20-9. They've got a 9K lead now, 23 minutes in. It's,
That was a passive shrine, by the way.
I guess so.
Nobody clicked on the
No
shrine.
one clicked the shrine.
That was a
They
passive
just
shrine.
they didn't get to it.
Oh wow! I thought near the end somebody.
No.
No,
Like the wasted shrine at
They
the end at
straight
least,
up-
but no.
it didn't
That's
get
efficiency.
clicked.
look.
They knew the.
It could have gone worse. There was no buybacks into TPs. Because I was, as soon as that fight was going bad, I was like, oh, someone's going to buy back and TP and die again. That didn't happen, so.
Also, the Lesh
okay.
had the hard read on Storm. Did you see that?
Yeah, you got him after the zip.
Yeah, that was cool. Like that, style points.
I think if they popped the shrine, it wouldn't be as like a team wipe. That was pretty bad.
I mean, this game now, it just looks super hard for Serenity. How do you come back in on this? You
let the
You don't-
Midas percolate for like
I mean, I guess so. You gotta believe in the Midases.
the Maidai.
The Midai.
I think the Lesh Earth Spirit trying to kill the Sven at bottom tier 2 was really big because it was their timing with the Leshrac, Atos, Windranger, with her Midas.
Plus, this guy's going Greaves. Like he's full utilitied out.
Yeah.
They're going Greaves on him. I mean, the Halberd on Arjit's going to slow down some of the potential damage build-up that they would have been hoping for Serenity to the point where even if they do disable some of these heroes, like the Sven and the Centaur, it's not easy for them to kill them before Alliance come in with the backup, come in with the rest of the team and turn the fight around.
Alliance can kind of hit this BKB timing too, where they're pretty unstoppable if they even want to get those BKBs. But whenever they come out, it's just like, how do you kill them?
Oh, they're hunting PYW.
Oh.
Actually, they aren't going to go in aggressively, Alliance. They're still waiting to see who else shows top.
Alliance is stronger here. I think they just don't quite realize how many.
I think they want to play around that ward, so like they're just hovering around the ward.
Walking into Vision, if there's just suddenly like 4 heroes there, that would suck.
Oh, smoke from Alliance.
They're gonna show
They're
Mickey
kind of
top.
going away from the Sven though.
It's the mind games. They're pretending that they're seeing behind Sven.
Because I think they know what at this
Oh,
point.
he's gonna TP connect. This is fine, I think.
Yeah, this looks fine now.
Also, is there still a bounty rune bottom?
That looks like illusion rune. No, it's a bounty rune.
Oh, poor old Jakiro.
Yeah.
He's got to be a little careful. I don't know if he's getting out of this one. They found him.
Bloodstone charge.
Nice.
Feels
and
good.
keeps the regen. The best feeling is the storm.
Is he balling in with their regen?
They have Rasta wards. They can just do this.
Got to be careful after that rage wears off. And Darjit getting right back. There's going to be the jump in though. Boxy, he's able to find the connection. In he goes straight away. The buyback comes up to Jakiro with a shackle from CYD. Pops the BKB as well. He's able to turn with the focus fire. Quakefoot's dead. Alliance still trying to fight on without their Storm Spirit. They've got to be careful of Boxy. He cannot TP out. Another shackle from CYD as Alliance will throw away a little bit of the lead they have. They still do have the advantage, but jumping in and 2 cores will pay the price.
Dude, how's that happen?
I think it was like kind of the right idea. You know, you've got this big advantage. You've wards on the high ground. Taking the fight means that's why they get the T3 tower. They lose the fight because of a shackle. End of the day, like
I think
Storm needs to not get shackled.
I think if they were really disciplined, they would just like stun him and not try to kill him.
Sure.
Because like what they're there for is to get the tier 3 tower, not anything else. They want to get the tier 3 tower so they can
The
kill the
Roche?
shrines into Roche. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
But they got what they came for, so it's not that bad.
Yeah.
But
Because Centaur gets shackled there, he's not going to die to the damage. It's
Yeah.
the Storm who's a lot squishier.
what this does though is like giving hope for Serenity. You know, Serenity
Yeah.
until now they were thinking, oh shit, we're fucked. But you know now they're thinking, oh, we can actually win something, win a team fight. That Storm keeps getting shackled. Let's just shackle the Storm. That's what they're thinking right now.
Eventually, he will get a BKB.
Who,
Or
the
not.
Storm?
He's
He's
He
actually
had
getting
Shiva,
Shiva,
yeah,
he's getting
I
Shiva.
was a bit surprised by
I
that.
feel like he keeps jumping in. I think he should let the Sven jump in and, you know, wait for the Wind Ranger.
I mean, if you're
And the
going to
Lesher.
go Shivas, then yes. That tells me that Quakefoot thinks this game is done.
Sure.
that
Although he's not
Shiva's
getting
queued
BKB.
up.
Yeah, because if you had BKB on Storm right now, you could not die.
Yeah.
It is impossible.
They probably would have gotten Rax there. They would have
Yeah.
gotten the kill. Storm doesn't lose his entire health pool in one shackle, and yeah.
Maybe he's thinking about the Aegis too. Like he wants the Aegis, so you don't need the BKB.
Storm found the bounty rune. He's a happy camper. I guess Serenity going to be
Are they gonna smoke out for the
Yeah.
runes?
for the runes, and also maybe wondering about Roshan too, something they want to contest.
Does Wind Ranger have a blink?
Radiant are scanning.
No, he doesn't. What's their initiation? Their initiation seems very weird. It has to be a roll, I guess.
Roll or ice path and hope they don't dodge it.
Some smoke on smoke action.
Oh.
Oh, green stroke.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, Mickey. He's just going to go in and go on Roger, but there's a surprise inside. Out comes the Lifestealer.
Oh boy.
Mickey's dead, and Serenity, can they look for more of the BKB? Pop by ZYD, Alliance will be able to get themselves away quite far.
They can maybe Roche now.
So
Yeah.
odd.
Qualify has no mana. That was really good. Well done by the Lifestealer. Right?
Yeah, they didn't expect Darjit to just jump out and just absolutely destroy the Sven with this Desolator build.
Very good patience.
And they can take the
Yeah.
tower.
I mean, that kind of highlights why it feels like he should have just gone for the Deso over the Halberd, because
Yeah.
he needs to just be.
I feel
going
like
for
he
these
didn't
kills.
even click Hybrid once. Like,
Yeah.
why did he get the Hybrid?
What's up? Insania. We'll be able to get away. Good silence. Make sure there's no stone there. It's actually gonna be quite far.
That's a long ball.
That's actually a pretty late.
Late what?
Nothing.
Okay.
I got distracted by Roman. Sorry.
Storm not here for now after that bolt TP,
Well,
so
they're a little scared, Serenity.
I
Yeah.
want them to smoke. Do they have another smoke?
Maybe they can they get an unboxing?
12 seconds on Sven.
Their initiation is very wonky. Ooh.
Shackles nearly connects on, and they do still get the silence. The open wound slow. He's
Sensor
got the
does have
Lotus.
ulti.
The Lotus just picked up actually by the courier. Will be able to remove the open wounds, Tiger does get left behind though. Jump in, Boxy goes for the stun. They get the pull back as well. They've got the controller on the two of them, and the Magpie's out. They've got the backup to turn around Serenity. They're still alive. Finally, they fall. The nuke from Insania cleans up the two of them. They'll roll forward, blocking off Rogi's escape. Sun's out from Mickey. As Alliance will come out on top and find 4 as Tigers lock down the dragon.
Oh, that was so disappointing. Their initiation is very wonky, you know, like they have no like instant stun. So
They
I
have
think
to
they needed
get
to
gone
stun.
on?
They needed to smoke, I mean.
Most of the time, it's them getting gone on, and then they churn because the life stealer's inside the air spirit.
Yeah, they don't have good
It-
way of initiation.
But them starting the fight is like ice bath.
It's a lot easier hitting the ice path when they're going on you
Yes.
rather than you're going on them.
Actually, all of their spells are great for counter initiation.
Yeah.
Like Earth Spirit, Wind Ranger Shackle.
Yep.
A lot of these spells work so much better when they're running at you and you can line stuff up.
Yeah, they don't have like, I think any form of initiation.
So you give this to the Storm, who's gonna have Shivas now. It is a good item. It's just, you know,
You would rather say BKB.
Yeah, BKB
first?
would just win you the game.
Yeah,
I think.
I agree.
But like, this is a flashy. You know, I won the game. I'm gonna have a little bit of fun.
I think it's okay as long as he doesn't get initiated. Or well, now he has Aegis, so I guess he can die first.
Dude, another rune unpicked up. What's the deal with these bounty runes? They've not been playing enough in
Yeah,
NA.
if these were our pops, we would be like, stop the fight! Bounty runes are spawning.
A full minute before they're spawning,
Yeah.
guys. Get the bounty runes.
That's the thing about them though, is like once time passes, you just assume.
that it's taken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Febby, are you doing drive-bys? Are you checking?
I mean, I'm a support, and my cores are usually greedy, so I got nothing to do but stack and like walk around, you know, trying to break smoke. So I walk around a lot. It is still like anybody's game, though. I think.
I mean, yeah, that's the thing, because
Yeah,
we've
'cause
still seen Serenity being able to make these plays
I think
when they
it's-
have been like 13, 15k behind. They do certainly still have shots in these
as
fights.
long as Storm doesn't have BKB, I'm sure Serenity can like still look to win a team fight.
That's a wild part to me. But that's okay, because he'll get it next item.
Yes.
You
I
sure?
guarantee
But
it.
they're
Yeah.
gonna come high
Watch.
ground with this Aegis.
He's got
I
a
think.
he's got a grand in his pocket. That's
Oh.
going to be an Ogre Club that he's going to queue up right now.
I think he's going to queue up Hex or Orchid.
No, he is definitely going BKB.
Yeah, he's a Storm player. He knows the importance of BKB.
Yeah, he knows. He's not a fool. He's thinking to himself, the only way I can lose this fight is if I zip in and I get shackled or Earth Spirit stunned.
Yep. Okay.
And they don't even have instant disable, dude. It's all like, it's all such slow disable, so BKB even looks better.
You know, what's funny is like it goes to any bracket. I feel the cores think that they can play without BKB, and the supports want them to get BKB so much. You know.
So, I mean, don't you feel that in Koikfa's mind there's a bit of him going, I can play this without BKB?
Of course there is.
That's why
man.
he didn't get BKB.
Yeah.
But like he's still, if he
It's
didn't get a
just
BKB
safer.
then, is he going to get a BKB now?
He's gonna get it, I think, eventually. But like, it's just a matter of like if he gets later on or like earlier on.
I don't think he's dead serious. He's probably thinking, you know, the way I die maybe is if I get shackled.
Yeah.
Just because I have BKB, I may still get shackled. So I want to have this armor so that if I get shackled, I can live.
But you can
Like
see
in
that.
his,
Shaq.
in his
he can
idea,
react.
in his mind, this item is working for him better than BKB, and he could well be correct. You know.
Yeah.
He's,
What?
what?
Dyer's top tower
What you think?
Dude, he's not going BKB. He's going
oh my
Axe.
God. Yeah, he definitely
going
thinks this
Axe.
game is done, dude.
Look, in his mind,
Sure, and
You
maybe
know,
maybe
you
it is. They're very far ahead. It is a 94% win probability. So you know, he's saying I don't need a BKB.
He's definitely
you're
sure
getting
he's
shackled out
That's
of win run. You
that's
know,
6%.
How do
I-
you
I
I
BKB
honestly,
that?
I honestly hate you right now, Parker.
Look, I'm BKB dud item if you're stunned. You can't use it.
Let me just say that you know what it is that BKB is not like, it's not like a sexy item, you know? It doesn't deal damage. It doesn't look like particularly flashy. You just press a button and you don't have to like outplay anything. It's done. It's like autopilot, right? But like we have to make BKB cool. Like that's what we need to do as casters. Like, wow, that's such a cool BKB pickup. Like that guy's trying to win Dota.
Make winning cool. That's
Yeah,
that's actually something we
make
should be
winning
trying
cool.
to do.
See, that's your problem right now.
Trying in pubs, man. Wow.
That is actually that's the hottest thing you can do in
Yeah.
2019.
There we go. Alliance getting the push ready in mid. Jackal out to Mickey.
Oh, Earth Spirit.
What's going to be dropped? They're going to go straight in onto
Got no
Mickey.
Aegis.
Mickey's getting crushed. He's dead. The push is over.
How does BKB help you there? If he had a Shiva's Guard, he may have lived.
I'm losing
Sven,
it right now.
What
Sven
was that?
needed a Shiva's Guard. He needs some armor. BKB doesn't help you when you're Sunwell.
Click this Sven hero.
This, guys, don't buy BKB.
I'm 100% sure he should have been there, but
Oxy. It's going to jump in. Quaifa's going to zip forward. They're going to look straight away with the silence. It's on a Quaifa. They'll get the Shackle as well. Shackle just bounced back, but Quaifa's still locked down for now. There'll be a buyback from Mickey. As you're looking to get over involved with the fight, PYW does get taken down as well as XCJ. Both of them are having buyback available.
you know what? He just won that fight with that one, so maybe.
Oh, that decision is quite questionable though. Now Serenity has a win condition. If they just kill the Sven,
They can just march it down.
yeah.
Yeah,
I think they could have
Yeah,
just
Mickey.
waited for the Sven.
And that's going to mean
They're
Mickey's,
waiting for Sven. They're
Mickey's
waiting-
AC goal is going to be heavily slowed down.
Yeah. Their game plan right now is to kill the Sven. And Sven is their high ground hitter, so
And
they
the
can't
Aegis
hit
is
the high
gone.
ground.
Oh, can Alliance throw this game? That is the question.
They absolutely can. They 100% can. He does have Ags though.
He does. Nearly.
That item's like a mini black hole.
Yeah, I really love Axe on Storm, but I think BKB's better.
What's the life steal got? Has he got anything to get rid of the
Maybe
Bloodthorn?
AC? He's getting AC.
AC,
He's
okay.
getting AC.
Do you guys
AC.
think he needs something to get rid of the Bloodthorn though? Or is that not a problem?
I don't actually think it's that big of an issue.
They have a lot of
right now,
controls,
yeah.
so as long as like Alliance initiates first, I think Serenity has a lot of stuns to counter fire.
Do they have any forces on Serenity? And that's the real counter. Yeah.
Good stuff, good stuff.
They've got Grease plus 4 staff. Like I think it's okay enough right now. And the Wind Ranger has a
Tiger.
BKB.
Oh, he
They
sees
see
it.
There's him with that Tinker Ward.
Gets out.
The spider sense is tingled for Taiga. Desolator AC feels really good with Leshrac, I think. Leshrac W
Yeah.
does a lot of damage. The minus arm.
I mean, that is true, yeah. If Serenity do manage to hold and win a fight, their push is
Yeah.
going to be ridiculous.
With Leshrac 25,
Yeah.
the Edict time.
Storm has Ags now.
He does, yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
Wait, what?
they found him here in the trees. That's Tiger dead.
I thought Taiga knew that there was a ward there.
He knows now. He pings
Okay.
right after.
Ah. His spider senses weren't good enough.
He was like 80% sure, and he's like, let's just make 100% sure.
Storm
He's
Axe
going
with
Lincolns
DD.
at least. Are you happy with that? Would you still rather be? You know, what was that noise? Is that? This is still just stubborn Quake for saying I'm not buying BKB.
he's
I'm
actually
not buying
just debating
BKB.
it at this point.
Fuck, I hate Lincoln so bad.
It's just like a
Oh,
Oh,
there it
this
is.
boxy-
2 man's done. They get the ice path down. Mickey's
Nice
moving in
ice
with the BKB. They've managed to clean up the two of them. Instant 2 buybacks come out. Quaifa zipping in onto XCJ. Will have to back away. Wants to be careful with these buybacks coming in. But they get the 2 kills and are able to get the 2 buybacks out to
They were-
follow up.
They were disciplined. They didn't go for the Jakiro.
That was very good. That was very good. Boxy's stuns were so sexy this game.
Yeah, he's been landing some great ones on the Centaur. Every single time and building that money up again. 3,500 gold. See what Boxing wants to grab next. Leave the AC. Yep, there it is. Complete for Arjit. Now we are going to be closing in on that Roshan timing again, I would imagine. Yeah, but it's going to be up right now. Let's see if either side's able to get in there. Both teams with pretty good ways of taking it down with their respective ACs.
plus they have a Deso.
Yeah.
They'll do it in like 2 seconds.
Yeah, like Serenity can. Like to the point where do you think can they go in, or do you think they do have to win
No.
a fight, take a pick up? They can't just.
I think
they
it's
can't
scary.
just go. Yeah.
It's always scary doing it against like heroes that
Storm
have
and Sven.
instant jump or
Yes.
vision.
Yes.
Like Storm is such good fighting around the Roche pit, and conversely, like Serenity, you know, Ice Path and your Macropyre look a lot better in like those small confined quarters. Plus, you can always scout with Power Shot for free, so it's like hard for both teams to just do it without winning a fight. But I think if Serenity actually wins a fight, they'll Roche in 2 seconds, and suddenly the game becomes much more even. Like that's the scary part now, is that the Sven doesn't have buyback. If he gets caught or something like that, and they just instantly go to Roche, which is why they're playing right now to like win, because even though they don't have buybacks themselves, it's like
if you play passive, you can't just let Alliance get that Roshan.
Oh, they're hunting.
Please, quick.
They're hunting.
Oh,
they
my
found
God.
him. They've got the shackle. They've got the damage. Quite for out for 100.
He doesn't have buyback though. He should buy back if they go Roche.
Serenity showing there definitely is still hope in this game. 24k down. See the win probability as well, I imagine. Still probably in the 90% for Alliance. But this game's certainly not over.
Should scout Roshan soon. Question's more whether you go for it, because I feel like getting jumped as Storm buys back is one of the scariest things possible there.
Yeah, they have to smoke, go around, and try to get one more pick off. I think they can't be in the Roche pit.
And Alliance have to stay nearby this area because they're gonna have to constantly check Roche. So good chance they can find some kind of kill here.
Yeah.
I think they know they're running into at least a few heroes on this plateau.
This is really well done timing.
Oh, the roll in. Mickey's going to respond with the BKB pop. Buyback for Quaifa, but they've lost Tiger. Tiger also buying back. Big zip for Quaifa. In with the Shiva's Guard. Gets the pullback with the Vortex. PYW keeping himself alive with the Ghost Scepter. The nuke comes out. Tiger, stun from PYW, cancels the shackles. They'll turn with the Ice Pod. Tiger, that's a dieback. They'll look towards Quaifa. The last bit of mana being used to zip out of there. Mickey will be able to clean up another. 3 dead on Serenity. As XCJ, will he get out? He will not. Boxy across the trees, landing the Who Stomp. Triple kill for Mickey is set up.
I think that initial roll was targeted at Sven, right? And then the Shaman tanked the stun.
Yeah. If he hits a Sven there and they burst him before BKB, they actually are probably winning this game.
Because they would have had follow-up like Lesh stun or something. They would have been able to burst Sven there.
And the Storm buys back there.
Ooh.
He only lives because the Sven is pretty much two-shotting everyone.
That was so close.
That was the moment. That would have been your Roshan as well.
Yeah.
With the cheese, like everything would have gone your way.
I mean, it's hats off to Serenity. You know, they're playing to win. They're down 25k plus gold, making the right moves. It just slightly off with the execution.
I think that moment shows you the importance of instant stun. So like because they don't have any instant stuns, the smokes were very awkward.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
Let's see how they're going to be forced to expend these buybacks.
Alright,
CCYD
this is a bit.
going in with the BKB there to try and push Mickey back, but not enough damage on his own, so Mickey can come straight back in. They are protecting the buyback to the left. They'll happily maybe even just let this mid-racks go rather than having to buy back on their 2 cores, PYW and Arjit. And indeed they won't need to. PYW is back in. Arjit will be back in 10 seconds, so they'll let the mid-racks go. Alliance will, of course, quickly move on to a second set. And there will still be a bit of time where they don't have the Jakiro, so just the 4 of them will be up. But Alliance, they're going to respect the 4-man. They're going to back away, play it safe.
I do agree with you though, Parker. I really like when teams play to win like that. It's like you could turtle in your base and like occasionally smoke out to check Roche and then run back in. But like, you know, those are. It's just
a lot
a
of
cool
teams
move.
I feel like would do that in that position where it's like, let's just defend high ground and wait for them to come and hope they mess up.
You could have just controlled the game though for yourself right there.
Yeah.
If you get the Sven kill, Storm buys back, all of a sudden you have a window of opportunity to just straight up win the game. Like you probably increase your overall probability of winning the game like in that moment by quite a bit.
Yeah.
And they ended up losing the fight and subsequently most stuff, but
Yeah.
I don't blame them for that play is what I mean.
They're going to find the catch on PYW, but the Eon just keeps him alive. They've got the shackle onto Quaifa. They're focusing Quaifa, rolling in. Quaifa, dead the once. They've got rid of the Aegis. They've lost the lifesteal. Archer's having to buy back. They've also lost the Wind Ranger. And of course, there's no buyback available for him. He's dead for 2 minutes. Mickey gets the triple. There's only 3 left alive on Serenity to try and defend the silence onto Arjit. Arjit in trouble. Quaifa zips in, does get caught out with the sub of the shackle controls there. Lifestealer's dead. Alliance are cleaning up as this should be the ending to game 1. As Serenity, they'll drop left, right, and center. Everybody's dead. GG is called. And Alliance, they'll get the win. And they didn't need the BKB.
Don't say it to me.
There
Owen.
you have it.
Dude, I hate getting BKB. Like I actually despise that item, but I think genuinely he thought that the game was like pretty wrapped up. And
Sure.
It probably was, but like Febby, I mean you agree, right, Febby? It would have made it like 10% easier, maybe even more than that.
Yeah, I think it would be a lot easier.
Well, there we go. I mean, as we sort of said in the draft, the quote for Storm, if Alliance are picking it 5th against you, the chances that it's going to have a good game are pretty damn high. And indeed, this matchup, they had some fantastic KDA. I think it's Insania as well, though. His KDA on the old Grimstroke, 11, 1, and 23.
Yeah,
I mean, that he was, we talk about the role. That's a position 1 Grimstroke right there.
New heroes in Dota that get added do a lot. I think a recurring theme. Anytime I forget something new, it's like they do like 10 things, whereas the old heroes, do like 1 or 2 things.
Dude, Taiga definitely. Can we check the ward spot? I need to see this real quick.
You seeing how greedy Insania is?
Insania he bought a lot.
Okay.
He bought a lot.
Okay.
Actually, 29 centuries, 19. Well, he still did his piece.
He was up
Insania.
like 4K gold though on his 4-position player.
It's because he's getting all the kills.
I refuse to hear it.
I mean, he was kill securing in lane. That first blood, I remember. He stroke of fade that. So
Yeah,
all
and the
about those
GPN
kills.
talent is pretty big, I think. A lot of these position 5 have GPN talent these days. Yeah.
I like the way the supports play. Like Taiga was happy just to push out these lanes, throw away his life to put pressure on the map, whereas Insania was just
Yeah, I think
sitting behind people.
Taiga plays around the map really nicely. He pushes out the dangerous area, so like when they kill Taiga, Mick is farming up a bunch in his safe jungle. So it looks really good.
I mean, if you're Serenity after that one, I mean, even though they were behind, there was definitely moments where they were still able to make these sort of plays. Do you think for them, you then had to think sort of more about like letting Quokefa have his storm, because he did get away with sort of being able to play greedy, being able to play cocky. Quokefa, he was in the zone that game. He wasn't scared at all. Showed it with his build, gets the win. Do you have to somehow make sure that they're not allowed to get that 5th pick storm in against you?
I think that the Storm was less of a problem, and I actually think Serenity overall played this game pretty well.
Yeah.
I think that they were pretty hard capped by their lineup, though. Like, they had to overplay their lineup to get even this close. And that's the problem, I think, with Earth Spirit, Jakiro as a support duo, is like when Svens get like BKBs and stuff, your condition to kill him is like so complicated. You have to like either he has to go high ground and you have to get like some blind shackle shot where you win run from invisibility. Like it's not just as simple as you blink in and stun him, or you get some sort of like way to catch him. It has to be some complicated, like we have to roll on top, get ice path into the shot. Like it's not just as simple as like click and point.
Yeah, I mean that game, Raji was the only way they could really initiate out of smoke, and even then it's like this unreliable stun. So that made life very difficult for them, kind of as Febby mentioned. And
yeah.
They had their mid-game timing, and that was when they overcommitted bottom and found themselves in a lot of trouble, because I think they kind of end up missing their timing, and they're playing from behind when they weren't supposed to be. So.
Oh, well, ladies and gentlemen, game 1 there, as we saw. In Alliance, they held the lead. They had a huge lead. Serenity still tried their best to kick back, but definitely the confidence of Alliance shining through in that game 1 with the way that they approached fights, went for those kills, went for those dives, went for the riskier plays, the greedier item builds. It paid off. They get themselves the win here to start off the best of 3. We'll see if Serenity can swing around in game 2, if Alliance can just continue to sail on towards that grand finals after the break.